Imagine you're walking alone through a dense forest. The sun has just dipped beyond the horizon, and a mist begins to creep between the trees. Your heart beats a little faster as shadows stretch and shift, playing tricks on your eyes. The path you follow is narrow and winding, and you're unsure what might lie ahead. Yet deep inside, there's a part of you that remains curious, eager even, to see what awaits beyond the next bend. That feeling, that blend of fear and intrigue, is where we begin our journey tonight, fearless in the face of deception. Deception is a shadow that lurks in the corners of our lives. It's the misdirection of a magician's hand, the whispered half-truths in the corridors of power, the sweet promises that hide bitter lies. But what if I told you that by understanding how deception works, you could navigate this forest of uncertainty with confidence, with a clarity that cuts through the mist like a lighthouse beam slicing through the fog? The human brain is a remarkable organ, capable of incredible feats of perception and understanding. Yet it's also susceptible to being led astray. Our minds are wired to seek patterns, to make sense of the chaos that surrounds us. This pattern seeking is a survival mechanism, a way to quickly interpret the world and respond to potential threats. However, it can also be our Achilles heel, leaving us vulnerable to the subtle art of deception. Imagine deception as a skilled puppeteer pulling the strings, gently guiding perceptions down a chosen path. The principles of persuasion are the threads that weave this tapestry of illusion. One of the most potent of these threads is authority. We tend to trust those we perceive as knowledgeable or powerful, often without question. It's why we follow the advice of experts and respect the opinions of leaders. But when that trust is misplaced, when authority is used as a cloak rather than a mantle, the truth becomes obscured. Then there's the power of consistency, our almost primal need to act in ways that are congruent with our past actions. This is the gentle nudge that can turn a single small request into a larger, more demanding expectation. Once we've taken a step down a path, the desire to remain consistent propels us further into the forest, often without us fully realizing how deep we've ventured. Deception often thrives in the subtle dance of scarcity, where something appears more valuable simply because it seems rare or fleeting. Our fear of missing out can drive us to make hurried, irrational choices, as if we're chasing the last ray of sunlight before darkness falls. But in this dance with deception, there's a partner we often overlook, our intuition. It's that whisper in your ear when something doesn't feel quite right, the inexplicable feeling in your gut when words don't align with actions. Our intuition is an ancient compass, owned by eons of evolution, guiding us through a world that isn't always what it seems. Cultivating a mindset that embraces skepticism without succumbing to cynicism can be our shield against deception's sharpest strokes. This means asking the right questions, seeking clarity where there is confusion, and understanding that surface appearances can often be deceiving. Imagine peeling an onion, layer by layer revealing the core, while your eyes water from the pungency of each slice. Reality can be like that, sometimes uncomfortable, yet infinitely rewarding in its raw honesty. Imagine fear not as an adversary, but as an ally. Fear alerts us to potential danger, but doesn't have to dictate our actions. By acknowledging fear without being overwhelmed, we retain our power to choose. Picture standing at the edge of a vast ocean. The waves crash loudly against the shore, intimidating in their force. But as you step closer, the cool spray on your face reminds you of the vast beauty and opportunity that lies beyond those rolling waves. In the face of deception, knowledge becomes our most profound ally. By understanding the mechanisms of persuasion, by recognizing the patterns of manipulation, we can choose to respond instead of react. It's about holding the strings of your own puppet, deciding your own dance steps in the play of life. As you walk through this forest of shadows, let your curiosity lead you. Trust in your intuition and remember that the mist is only temporary. The more you see, the more you understand, the clearer the path becomes. And with each step, you grow more fearless, not because you've banished deception, but because you've learned to see through it, like moonlight filtering through the canopy above. So, as you journey onward tonight, let this be your quiet reflection. Fear is not your enemy, but a guide. Deception is not your master, but a lesson. And you, dear listener, are not merely an observer, but an active participant in the narrative of your own mind's making. With wisdom as your beacon, walk boldly into the night, knowing that the light you seek is the light you already hold within.